Hello and welcome to another video. In this video we're gonna talk with Klaidas. Now this is an interview where he's gonna show us how he managed to go through his own pain, opening up, being vulnerable and showing that to the world. Now he grew up totally different where being vulnerable as a man wasn't really accepted. He's gonna show you or show us how he actually managed to do so anyways. So Klaidas, thank you very much for having this interview, having this chat together. I'm really curious to hear all your little secrets I don't know yet, and we're just gonna share with the community on how you actually dealt with your emotional struggles and how you went past that and created the life you actually want. So now, can you take us a bit into the boat of, in the early childhood when, things went a bit rough, right?
Yeah, it went, but everything is possible, and everything what's happening or what's happened made me what I am today. You know.
Absolutely. Yes. Can you get us into the boat on where, let's say, what was that, like 12, 15 years back? Can you take us back into the boat where things started to really change for you when you really felt, kind of lost in your life? Because all your surroundings all of a sudden changed. And so, can you tell us a bit more about what happened and why it changed so dramatically for you?
So not sure how to start it actually. So if we are going really kind of deep and
Let's
in
go
the past,
deep.
let's go. Yeah.
Let's go
So.
deep.
So let's start from that I do have like seven. So I'm came from seven children's
Mm-hmm.
family,
Yep.
and and yeah, so we lived in small village, not the town, that small village, and yeah, when you are living there, you can understand that. Okay, from my side, that yes, we do have like a big struggle with the cash because it's small village. We do not have my parents did not have like a lot of job opportunities in that time.
Mm-hmm.
And after my dad passed away in auto crash,
Yeah.
so from that point everything
How
changed
old were
completely.
you?
Around 12 or a little bit older.
And what happened next? So your dad passed away. You had to kind of deal with that grief. How did you deal with that? I mean, how was it communicated to you? How did you know that your dad passed away? And then how did you manage to, you know, get over that phase of feeling kind of, insecure about yourself? Someone left your area kind of, and how did you deal with that?
First, I did not understand what is like happening completely, and after I realized, so that accident happened in 1st of September when children goes to the school, like first day of the summer, after summer, and yeah, I mean, after that accident, I felt broken, like angry, like everything what happened in that time, because uh, at that time I do believe in like God, if you can call it exactly. I believed it, and after after that accident, I tried to ask why, like to get kind of answers,
You couldn't
and no
grasp it,
one.
right? It was
Yeah,
like
like
it's kind of hard to understand, and you try to find like what's going on behind the scenes. You don't see why me, right?
yeah, and and after that time when I did not get any answers, I was upset, angry. Even in the school, I did not had any motivation to go deep into studies. So in that case, I went really mad, and I was really mad and for entire world. What is happening? Why? And yeah, in the school, I did not wanted to do anything. Like, yeah, I went to the school, but I was really, how to say it, bad on everything because I felt so emptiness in myself, and nobody was able to even help me or even to speak about it.
Mm.
And
Did you ask actually for help, or like how was that? And especially with your family, how was it? Was your family like supporting you, or was it just like this is just how it is? Like how did they, how did they react to the situation? How did your teachers react? How did they talk to you after that?
when I I think when you are losing someone who really care for you, it breaks like everything to
Yeah,
you, and in completely you are like feeling broken in general, and you can't like really move on from it. And in my like teachers did not even, I mean, yeah, they do understand that fact that I lost my partner and so on, but they did not like do anything about it. Like,
what support
yeah.
would you have wished for yourself? What was it what you would say now, um, that you would have needed back then?
Actually, I can't even, I don't know.
You don't.
Actually, I really don't know. Because at that time when I lost it, all responsibilities came to me as I was a second child, and the first one is my sister. So everything, that all responsibilities came to us, and yeah, like so basically you're losing your entire child being just a kid, just messing around or joking, and
Kind of no more playing around. It was just like gone from one day to the other. Life changed.
yeah, yeah.
What did you do afterwards? Like, what was your role in the family after this has happened? How did the dynamic in your family changed?
So at first, my mom really get into depression,
Mm,
like in general, and uh, she was, how to say it. After that time, my mom really started to abuse alcohol,
yeah,
and and it did not help at all. It made even things harder for us, and like in general.
could you
So
could you speak to her? Like, was she emotionally available?
no, she
No,
was not.
she
No,
wasn't there.
no. At
So
least at that time.
at that time she wasn't. So how old were you then? It's about the same, like 14, 15, something like that, when things really
For,
got really hard, like even more hard.
yeah, it was around 14. Yeah, it was around 14 because my mom after, so my dad passed away, and I don't know, so basically maybe around 1 year she was like really abusing alcohol,
Yeah.
and yeah, after that she found a job in a bigger city, so she always was coming back just on weekends. So basically we are we needed to take care of all of family, so basically preparing food, taking care of animals like cows and so on, you
Mhm.
know, like I don't know, home, not hometown, but like not sure how to call it exactly,
Take over
but
kind of the whole household while you were a kid yourself, had to deal with
yeah.
your own kind of wounds, and that wasn't really acknowledged, right? It was just like, here is the basket.
Yeah, yeah, you know.
I'm off.
Yeah.
I'm taking off now. Okay, so how did that make you feel when everything was just on your back? Did you got like upset about your mother? Did you started to get angry at her too for not taking responsibility, for not taking over the life she chose?
At that time, you know, as a child, you cannot understand like everything completely, and
Mm.
that was like for me, like it was natural. Like you know, yeah, you're living here, so you must take care of it. You know, like
Kind of no option.
yeah, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's
and
it.
so yeah, so after that, so my mom moved to a bigger city, started to work, everything like falling into places, kind of ish.
Mhm.
But after that, my mom found uh, for us stepfather, uh, and yeah, I mean, basically, it was a lot of going on before moving into children homes, you know,
Okay, wait, wait,
and
wait. 1 second back. Okay, so this new step that came in, played a new role in your life, was kind of your new dad. Did you guys accepted him? Like, was it something that you said like, come on in, or how did it make you feel when that guy came in?
at first, I guess I did not really understand what is going on. I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, my mom have a friend, like
yeah.
you know, at first when you are meeting a person, most of the time people are having a mask, you know, and you can see the true intention
Mm.
of that specific person. And at that time, he had a mask, and he was kind, like really friendly, like it seems like really nice person, you know, and because of that, you think, yeah, it's so like all right, like everything's fine then, you know, if
Yeah.
everything goes into
Was
places.
was this really the feeling when you saw him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean,
Or
yeah,
were there already, sometimes you have some kind of just a little like coming in and it's like, but then you're like, yeah, but he's behaving nice, like let's give him a chance, like not really listening to your intuition while you knew something is a bit fishy. Could you
you know,
face that already, or was it really like you were just not sensible enough to even see that, right? To even um, taste it, if you want to say.
uh, everything started to seem after a little bit longer of period of time
Mm.
when s- so everything started to see small pieces of his behavior when we was in a children home. So let's start to clarify one thing before we gonna jump into more deeper level. My older sister and my younger sister, which is younger sister is from that stepfather. So in total we are seven childs, and just five of us. We moved to children home, and in
So
children home,
basically,
uh,
all of you who were not direct relatives from that stepdad.
yeah,
Okay. So you got pushed away while the other twos could stay.
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I
Okay.
mean, I did I did not felt like, yeah, we stayed like at home, was able to stay at home. I did not felt angriness of that, but I was angry of that thing that I must move into children homes, like what, why, like
Did
what
you
I did
feel,
wrong or something like that,
yeah, absolutely. Did you feel a kind of a numbness, like a kind of a, you cannot do anything in that situation? You are just like, you just have to go with whatever comes along. You kind of feel in like unsafe, kind of, because no one is protecting you really. So you just uh, get pushed into situations where you feel like you don't have any control over.
I think so, yes. I mean, I did not
It's like no
get
one
any
asked you
power.
if you really want to go there. It was just like, this is what's going to happen and goodbye. Kind of
Yeah,
pushing you away, and you just have to kind of take it, right? Like there is nothing, it wasn't really like, okay, you go there now. There wasn't really communication. It was just like, this is the fact, that's it, like live with it, kind of.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So after this little short break, let's go back. And we were at the point where this new stepdad came in, and all of a sudden it was like, you have to move out. We don't want you here anymore. You have to leave our home, your place you knew, and the 5 kids had to go into a children's home. Can you tell me how he managed that you guys had to move out? And what was the role from your
So,
mom? Like, was she protecting you, or what was the role of her? What kind of role did she play there?
so, at least when a car arrived to take us from our home, they told us that we do not have, how to say it, like the house is not in good condition to stay for us, you know. And my mom, it was like my mom's decision to give us into children home. And I think the reason for that was because of that stepfather. And as my mom was kind of pregnant, I guess. So because of that, it happened.
Okay, so how did she told you? How did she tell you that you have to go?
I can't remember exactly what she told us because I guess it was really less communication about that,
Okay.
you know.
Hmm.
And as a child, we do not argue anything, because I mean, in my family, it was acceptable to do what we say, and without complaining or finding another things to argue on that point.
Okay. How was that with your stepdad? Like when you said before that he kind of changed, he changed his face. How was he talking to you? What did he say to you that you felt kind of, you know, pushed away or not accepted? What did he do on a daily
So,
basis to you? Like what do you remember was like the kind of toughest thing where you were just like kind of shocked?
uh, I was shocked when I came to visit my mom.
Hmm.
I have seen small injuries on my mom's face.
Yeah.
You know, like example, burning injuries or something like that. He was alcohol user, like in general, as he was in Afghanistan, like in army, and I guess reason for that was that mental illnesses, because when you are in army, you must to understand a lot of things, what is going on, and if you are not able to take control back your mentally health, so it's not gonna be okay for everyone, you know.
Mm. Okay.
And with my stepfather, we do not spoke like a lot, or because I did not see any reason. I mean, if I needed to ask something, yeah, sure, I did, but like completely like go into deep conversation. Not really. We did not did that, you know.
So what happened afterwards? You kind of grew up and you said you told me once before that being emotional as a man is something that isn't acceptable or wasn't acceptable and it was counted as being weak. How did you how did you manage to get out of that idea that this is true? Because you must have believed that for quite some time too, right?
Yeah. So uh,
What was
after my father passed away,
yeah, what was the belief around the man? You know, how does a man have to be?
man cannot show his tears or tears emotion level or what is going on in your world. As a man, you must be like tough and do stuff and without any thinking or feeling, like, you know, like if you are broken, you are broken. Who cares, you know?
Okay. So it was kind of like not accepted to even show that you are hurt.
Yeah, yeah, kind of.
You had to just
And
push that. Okay.
another thing, so I want to repeat again. So my father passed away, and I wanted to cry. I really wanted to cry, you know.
Mm.
But at some point, because a man can show his feelings or even cry, that makes no sense, at least right now. But at that time, when it happened, I hold my emotions, like I I completely shut down. Like, you know,
Kind of
I
the
was
most important thing, like not to show anything. It's just to be like that.
uh, so not showing that emotion. Uh, I also thought that I wanna cry, but I'm not gonna cry because I want to uh, pretend that I am fine with that, what is going on,
Mm.
and to seem as I am strong human being who can handle it everything, you know.
Yeah.
And after that it happened, my emotion level was really like locked in really deep level.
Mhm. Because you felt like you cannot open up at all.
Yeah, or even I did not found anyone for whom I can open and tell how I do feel and like in general to speak about things, you know.
Yeah. I mean, could you speak to someone and actually tell them, maybe even a woman or, you know, or another friend, like a child friend, um, how you really feel? Like, did you ever express that to anyone?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Okay, so you really kept it all for yourself. Mm.
Yeah.
Did you afterwards, when you came to this children home, what has happened there? Oh, by the way, you have to put your laptop a bit down because I can only see your head.
Okay.
So what happened? You moved to the children's home, and that was another level where, which was really hard for you, right? You learned there a few things that took a while to unlearn them again.
Yeah, so as we moved into children home, uh, I and my brother was in on our family,
Yeah,
like, and my sisters went into a different family. So basically, in one family, you do have like 15 kids from different families and so on, you know. Thinking right now that maybe I think that children home was a good thing what happened for us
yeah,
because it teaches us a lot of things.
right, it does. So you want to say like at this very moment, it helped you to, you know, gain a new perspective on your life. They helped you to kind of move on from something that had to be cleared from your system. And
Yeah,
you were trying to do this in your family and it didn't work. And so the children's home gave you some options to actually start at least the process to heal.
uh, at least I stayed in children homes at least around for 3 years
Yeah.
until 18,
Yeah.
and after that I stay. So basically, I finished school at 19, or I think 19, yeah, or something like that, maybe 20. I can't remember now. It, it's a long time. But so before the school, I graduate the school. I stay at my mom's house, not house, but
Home.
flat,
Yeah.
home. Yeah, like where I was born and so on, so on. And yeah, after that, another tragedy, I guess, it happened when I was coming back home,
Yeah.
and next morning I was traveling or made a plan to travel to capital city, and when I arrived, that stepfather was in nearest town. Also, as my mom told me, he was drinking in the town, and when he arrived, he was really angry. So at that time, I was maybe 18, 19, I can't remember exactly, but it was summer day. And he started to argue with my mom, getting into fighting or something like that. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he was aggressive, and I jumped into that conversation, what happened between them, because he was abusing, like doing stuff what I really don't like. especially it's my mom, you know, and you're not. I'm sorry, but you cannot do that because it's my mom. I gonna protect it.
Mm.
And after that time, so we got into fight. So we got into fight, and he. So I tried to protect my mom. After that, he jumped on me with a knife. Uh, Somehow I did move from that knife, and after that we called to the police. So like everything went like into a better situation or something like that. But so after that time of fighting, he calmed down, you know, and went into bathroom, and he stayed there. And next morning when I left, around 8 or 12, between 8 and 12 time of period, I received a call from my mom, and she told me that that stepfather killed himself. That that after our kind of fight, you know.
Was that at your home? Like, did that happen at your home or?
Yeah, it happened in our home, in our bathroom.
Wow. And how was he? Was he actually drunk? Like, was
Yeah,
he at that
yeah,
time
when
drunk?
yeah, so when we got into fight, he was drunk, like really drunk, and even police argued with him as well, you know. And when he closed the door in the bathroom, my mom and I was not able to get in. So uh, it messed things kind of up much more, you know.
How how did your mom tell you that? I mean, was she in shock or how, like when she gave you that message, how did she react to that? On on which level did she communicate that to you? And how did you react it in a kind of, were you angry? Were you like, what was the emotion that arose in you when he did that? And when you heard that from your mom?
So as I received that phone call, I did not was in any mood or thinking a lot about it because it happened. It happened like what I mean, yeah, I could blame me because I protected my mom, but it's it makes no sense, you know, because
I'm not talking about if it makes sense or not. I'm talking about if you felt kind of guilty. Did you felt kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have done that? Or, did you feel, what did you feel in that very moment? And not about you cannot change the past. I'm talking about what feelings did arise when she called you.
I really do had like a few running ideas in my head that maybe I am responsible for that. But at same time, I thought that I'm it's nothing to do with me. He he is like a grown up man, and he takes for his action. You know, like how to say it, like uh,
It's his
he
responsibility,
do
kind of.
to take. Yeah, he is responsible to take his own action, and where end of that was he took his own life, which I did nothing for him or to make that decision for him, because I think for him was the biggest issue alcohol,
Yeah.
that alcohol messed up much more deeper thinking for him, and because of that he wasn't sober, so he did not did what he should do, but he I guess take it the easiest way to just you know go.
Yeah. How was that for you when he actually came with the knife at you? Because he tried to hurt you, right? How did that make you feel?
Yeah.
Like what was in your mind when this has happened?
Oh, right now, I mean, I can't say like a lot. I mean, at that time, yes, you're getting like adrenaline going into your blood and like running, and that happened really very quickly. And after that time, like I do not feel like anything, or I'm not even angry. I just feel empty, kind of. I mean, it happened what it happened, but like I am healthy. I do not have like any injuries of that accident,
Right.
if it makes sense. I don't know, like in general.
It does. I'm just wondering the way how you say it, whether there are still some hidden emotions for you, some emotions that are not rising up because you're still kind of protecting yourself. When you're speaking from emptiness, how does the emptiness feel like? What is the energy
I
behind the emptiness?
emptiness, I guess for me is like emptiness, like feels at least for me like a peace,
That's
like it's nothing bad or good. It's just peaceful emotion, where you're just in peace with everything what happened, and just not feeling guilty or angry or anything. Just peace. I don't know, like it's hard to
kind of the love
hard.
feel that just flows in and it's like it's just filling you and it's not really explainable. It's just like the way how you feel. It's like kind of a peace. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I guess not a lot of people like can relate to it, that at that time, yeah, I can be like angry, still be angry, but as I started my journey on like much bigger, better person as I want to be and go that way, before that you must to accept what happened, and you cannot control what is going on into your life. That is one thing, and but what you can do and what you can control is your emotion and peacefulness which you are bringing to life.
Right. Is there anything, just to close this off, is there any advice you want to give the community on how they can, get past that state? Because you actually went through a lot of things that are, let's say, quite heavy and quite like, they're doing something with you, doing something with your story, doing something with your personality. You grew a lot. What would you recommend for someone who, experiences this or a situation that totally knocks them out? How would you say, like, what works best for you to really release that emotion, release that pain, release that hurt, let go? What would you recommend?
So in 2015, I moved from my country to Austria, where I studied and worked and basically lived. And as I got involved into online marketing company,
Yeah,
uh, it started to change like completely, because we did like a lot of personal development. So basically a lot of books who are helping you improve your life or chase to change one perspective to another perspective. So basically a point of view, and it helped me a lot, like in general. And so before 2016, uh, around Christmas time, I called my mom, and I told her that angriness which I felt at that time, like everything what happened.
yeah,
I told her that I am forgiving what happened, and I wanted to move on,
yeah,
because everything what happened and that evidence which I hold for entire my life did not serve me in the right way, And as a human being, we all doing our own mistakes, Like example, like maybe you're gonna broke someone's heart, and let's say karma has two ways. So, let's start from there. That you cannot you can try to forgive what happened and find peace within you.
but
And
also about forgiving yourself.
yeah, yeah.
Was that
So
hard for you
basically,
to forgive yourself?
yes, I think so. Because not everyone, as a human being, we do all have did some mistakes in our lives, and we're gonna be perfect. Start from there. No
Yeah,
one gonna be perfect. Sorry. And you just need to forgive for everybody, and for especially for yourself, if you wanna go deeper to understand about yours, to have understanding about yourself and what you want to do, and what is what you want, how you want to affect your life, or how what you want to develop, develop, yeah,
how you want to create your life, right? How you want to
yes, yes,
develop and make sure that you improve the way you really like, the way you really feel you deserve it to, right?
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right. I like that. That's a good one. I believe that studying and discovering yourself, especially in personal development, is one of the
biggest thing,
yes, because no one will ever be able to discover you more than yourself. So
yeah,
you don't do it, no one is going to do it. No one is going to take over that responsibility. It's your turn to really step into and make a positive change, make a change for yourself.